As we had mentioned earlier this year, as the pandemic started to impact jobs and employment, the numbers will be getting quite squirrely, and the August 2020 employment situation is no exception. Hello, this is Bruce Steinberg of SteinbergEmploymentResearch.com reviewing August 2020 U.S. employment trends and developments. The Labor Department continues to admit that there are still errors in the data. Quote, for March through July, BLS published an estimate of what the unemployment rate would have been had misclassified workers been included. Repeating the same approach, the overall August unemployment rate would have been 0.7 percentage point higher than reported. According to usual practice, the data from the household survey are accepted as recorded. To maintain data integrity, no ad hoc actions are taken to reclassify survey responses. Therefore, officially, the unemployment rate in August was 8.4%, and that is lower than the published July rate of 10.2%. The size of the entire labor force expanded by almost 970,000. The number of employed persons increased by just under 3.8 million, and the number of unemployed persons declined by almost 2.8 million. And there were a little more than 780,000 fewer people as considered as not in the labor force in August. The economy added a total of 1,371,000 non-farm jobs in August, which in of itself is a very good number, but at a slower pace than the July increase of 1,734,000, but pales to the 4,781,000 it added in June. Not to lose perspective, in April, the economy lost almost 21 million jobs. The private goods producing sector was up only 43,000 in August after adding 61,000 in July and increasing by 485,000 in June. Manufacturing was up 29,000 in August after adding 41,000 in July and increasing by 333,000 in June. The construction sector performed similarly with a gain of only 16,000 in August after growing by 27,000 in July and increasing by 159,000 in June. And mining and logging continued to dig itself a bit further into a hole with a loss of 2,000 jobs in August after extracting 7,000 jobs from its payrolls in July and the same amount in June. The private service providing sector added only 948,000 jobs in August, which would be a very good number if not compared to the more than 1.4 million it added in July or the more than 4.2 million it increased by in June. The retail trade sector bucked the trend of slowing growth with the addition of almost 249,000 jobs in August, and that was a little bit more than 236,000 it rang up in July, but still a discount from the 858,000 it added in June. The professional and business services sector increased with a gain of 197,000 jobs in August after adding 153,000 in July. The private education and health services sector was up 147,000 jobs in August after adding 222,000 in July. Home health care services continue to recover with an historically large increase of 11,600 in August after adding 11,200 in July. Although the leisure and hospitality sector grew by 174,000 in August, this pales in comparison to the 621,000 it added in July, or the almost 2 million it gained in June. The total number of government jobs was up 344,000 in August. The federal government was up 251,000, state government was down 2,000, and local government was up 95,000. Incidentally, the United States Postal Service added 4,200 jobs in August after canceling 5,400 jobs in July. Temporary help services has experienced a somewhat steady growth with a gain of 106,700 jobs in August, and that was slower than the 121,800 it increased in July or the 144,600 increase observed in June. This brings the total number of temporary help services jobs to 2,467,900, which works out to a 4.5% sequential increase, but is still down 16.1% from August 2019. The recent growth in temporary help services can be at least partially attributed that employers are shy about adding workers with so much uncertainty ahead, and staffing services and most employers continue to face challenges in securing workers, partially attributed to the generous unemployment benefits that was reported in the Fed's September Beige Book, released just 2 days ago. In August 2020, temporary help services market share, which is its portion of all jobs, continued to recover and was 1.7514%. A year ago, in August 2019, it was 1.9461%, and 2 years ago, in August 2018, it was 2.0008%. The latest data in this month's employment situation seems to indicate that workers' expectations of returning to their jobs may indeed have been overly optimistic. The number of permanent job losers has been steadily increasing, albeit at a slower rate of increase than those on temporary layoffs have been decreasing. In August, there were 3,411,000 permanent job losers, while there were 6,160,000 on temporary layoffs or furloughs. As the Federal Reserve Board recently said, some larger firms also report laying off furloughed workers in the face of slower recovery. This has been Bruce Steinberg, and this is just a brief sample of the employment data and analysis we provide. A video version of this report with detailed charts and tables can be found at www.steinbergemploymentresearch.com.